All right, so one of the things that we got to do to make my life easier, being that I made a huge mistake and now I need to desolder all these pins, is you can use obviously your desolder wick and try to go that route, which is going to take eternity. I'm lucky enough to have a desolder gun that I use in my engineering class because kids make a ton of mistakes, and sometimes with time constraints, it's just easier to do. This bad boy is super nice. It's expensive. It's going to run you a couple $100. But to give you an idea of what I'm going to do to hopefully speed up this process, is this will actually melt the solder right here at the tip, and then I push this button and it sucks it into this chamber. And so hopefully this will speed up the process. And I don't know how good you'll be able to see this, but I put that on there, and you can see that it just sucked it right off. And so hopefully it'll be just that easy for all of them. This thing will pop off. I can go back and just solder and get these things working. And so if you solder a lot, you probably already have it in your makerspace. But for me, where I run class where kids have never soldered before, we get into some projects, it's important to show them the wick and a desolder pump. But this comes in very handy when you only have so much time and you want kids to be successful. And this bad boy is awesome and used all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for the rest of this project. All these hopefully won't take long. Fingers crossed. And we'll be back in action. So just a little promotion and a little pump for this thing. This is a huge tool to help any kind of project that you do. All right, here we go. Okay, so the other thing that I had to do once I used a desolder gun, I did use a little desolder wire just to kind of get in those grooves. Doesn't take much, just get a little, make sure you got it out. And then basically what I got to do is just take a pair of tweezers, and I got to be careful. I mean, I don't want to ruin this LED thing. And I'm just kind of prying this off here a little bit. You're always going to have a little bit of solder in there. So I'm just getting the tip of this tweezer in here if I can, and just kind of breaking what little left of the solder is in there loose. So this will pop out, and hopefully we can get this fixed without any damage. And once again, it really helped if had I checked in the instructions. So now the pose of a project, it shouldn't take that long. I'm now several hours behind, but hey, that's part of learning. So just a little tip there, I use the desolder gun, a little bit of desolder wire, and then a pair of tweezers just to kind of lift this loose. I got just a little bit here, kind of prop this, and this should pop out. Okay, so now I just gotta learn the hard way not to do that ever again, because that really sucked. All right, one down, two more to go.